Farmers, welcome back to Hinterland. Just topping off the spreader with some lime. Going to head over to our grass fields. Well, at least these two over here, not the one that we made last fall. And yeah, we're going to put lime down. We're still in the month of February, but the month is coming to a close. But I want to get a little bit of this work done before we roll into March and we get really, really busy around here on the farm. I do want to get to this evening after we spread some lime down, because we got 160,000 in the bank account, which should be more than enough to kind of wrap the stone wall around our farmyard a little bit, and then maybe put some more lights up. We're gonna, skip to the nighttime, but after we get up to the farmyard and take care of that as well, I want to decorate a little bit around there. Let's go ahead and turn on the lime spreader. It's amazing how the grass made it all the way through winter. It's still sitting there. Doesn't decompose. Someday maybe they'll add that back in, who knows. But these grass fields here, yeah, we mowed them in November and made semi-dry grass silage bales. And yeah, the bales were a little bit bigger, but not that much bigger to where I'm going to do that again. So I'll probably just go ahead and make conditioned grass bales. Yeah, I like I've said before, I would like to have the loan paid off by the end of this season that we're entering. I think it's going to be a long shot, that's possible, but I think we're going to have to go at least to the beginning of next year. At least that's the way it's looking. I could be surprised, as we get more cows, maybe more milk, more manure, slurry, maybe we can get more from the BGA, things like that. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But anyways, yeah, like today I want to get these grass field lime, maybe even fertilize. We'll see how quickly I get this done. And then I want to spend some money on some furnishing for the farm, like I said, the stone wall. I noticed during the winter, because I was working some nights, some lights around the farm would be good. So the best time to put lights down, well, you got to go to nighttime, so you can see where you need the lights and how much light is being put off by the light you're putting up. I did that on No Man's Land in 22, where I put street lamps all up and down the map. That was the best time to do it, at nighttime, because you could see how far apart they needed to be, and it worked out rather well. And now that I know where the birch trees are that we planted last year, they should have sprouted up enough for me to see, so I can kind of figure out more of the fencing and all that. But we did get our cotton down last episode in the month of February after the snow finally disappeared. Finally a snowy winter. I haven't had really one like that since No Man's Land. And that was like the first winter or whatever it was on No Man's Land. Other than that, I don't get that much snow when I go through the seasons. I get a little bit, but it doesn't accumulate. It's nothing like the seasons in 19. I know I keep comparing the seasons in 22 to 19, but at least in 19, there was a couple times where I got multiple layers of snow, and yeah, tractors couldn't even go through it. You pretty much, if you want to do any kind of selling or whatever, you got to plow the roads, man. But in 22, I don't really see us needing that. Maybe you've had some different luck in the wintertime. Well, luck or bad luck, all depends on how you want to look at it. If you like the snow or not, I don't know. So I'm not going through that much lime, but then again, we don't usually when we do precision farming. Plus, I do have the Bredal spreader with a 22,000 liter capacity, so yeah, it may not look like I've used a lot, but so far I've used almost 4,000 liters. But I don't expect to get to the month of March in this episode. We're just going to focus on what I've talked about. And then when next episode comes out, we'll be full into March. I got to go around and figure out where to put what crops. I may even plant different type of crops. I may or may not do a lot of sugar beet because yeah, we seem to have a lot of it. Although it's good for sugar production and feeding the animals. I had a lot of it built up back, or maybe I should just keep bringing it to the BGA. Yeah, probably bring it to the BGA be smart. So maybe still planting a good amount. But we'll let crop rotation figure out what I plant where. Whatever the numbers are good, that's what we'll plant. And also we got to keep our eye on those 2 cows that we have. We got 2 cows now that have reached 60 months old. So, yeah, we are running a mod to where if our animals get too old, they can pass away, so I'll have to wait and see. I've been getting notifications throughout this month, you know, take care of our animals' health. I can't really do much there. I can't make them younger. I haven't found the fountain of youth yet for animals or any sorts. But I'll be interested to see if and when they do perish, how old they actually made it to. All the mod says is when your animals hit 60 months old, they could perish, but it doesn't say, and as they get older, the odds of them perishing go higher and higher. But I didn't really dive into the mod to see what the ratio would be of them keeling over. Yeah, so there is one field done. Now this field over here. Yeah, so we're only raising the level by 0.375. And we're using 2.63 tons per hectare, apparently. But I don't know how many tons are in 1,000 liters of lime. Have no idea. We'll just keep on spreading it until we're done or we run out of lime, one or the other. Oh yeah, can I see the birch trees over here yet? I can see a couple. We did plant a good amount of birch trees, so I'll have to give them a couple more months, and then when it starts getting really nice and tall, we'll get a better idea of where they're at. I have been asked, because I've been kind of talking about Hinterland kind of coming to an end, like in about the next 15 episodes or so, what map I'd be going on next. There are a handful of maps I would like, you know, I really haven't looked into them. I haven't made a decision yet which map we'll be going to. And of course, in the meantime, other maps may come out. I've been requested to try different types of maps. The bigger maps I used to love. But as for making videos on bigger maps, it's more time consuming for myself, because I mean, of course the fields are bigger. You don't want to see me harvesting one field for the entire episode, and that would even be with jump cuts or time lapses because the fields are so big. So bigger maps are not really something I don't think I'd be getting back on. Maps more the standard size I think is best, or smaller maps like Cylinder. We gave that one a go, although I will say the smaller maps I will go on them more often than I've ever been, but I need time in between them just because the small maps don't fit my play style. I'm more of a these type of size fields size, and that's kind of hard to find on smaller maps. But Cylinder was fun, having the challenge of not using anything over 200 horsepower and dealing with a Fiat that every once in a while where the transmission will lock up on it where it didn't want to go anywhere. Good tractor other than that one small little issue. Yeah, we should be able to get this grass field done with the amount of lime I have left. Still got 45% here in the spreader. And looks like this field really needed a lime because we're on the other field. It was what, 0.375 over here is 0.75. I just want to get this work done in this field before it gets dark, because it is February and we're approaching 6 p.m. So I think that sun's going to go down here sometime soon. Now the first time we cut the grass this year, definitely going to be conditioned grass so I can feed the sheep. Actually, they probably, I still haven't given them, I think they need sugar beet. I think I mentioned that at the end of the last episode, and I haven't taken care of the animals yet. I usually do that somewhere around 8 o'clock at night. But now, with the cows, I was having to give them water at 10, and they would make it to morning. But now, since I remember they ran out of water in this month, I'm going to have to go until at least midnight. I'm hoping I can finish these grass fields off without having to get some more lime. It's getting kind of close, but I think we're going to be alright. And then, of course, these grass fields will need fertilizer. But that won't take as long at all, because that spreader, as we know, working with is like 42 meters, so I'm gonna zip around the fields with that thing and be done in no time flat. Did I leave enough space here for the sensors to know that needs line? Yeah, that should be wide enough. And this field is definitely chewing through the line a little bit more. When I made my first pass down here, I was at 45%. Now I'm down to about 11%. Alright, let's zip on up to this side of the field here. Well, 2,500 liters, I don't think that's going to do it. Not that I mind going back to the farm having to pay for more lime. It's rather cheap. So we did pay off our 100,000 per month already this month. And if I can get done with the landscaping and the stone walls and some of the lights, and we got some money left over, which we should, then I'll pay more of the loan off. I kind of forgot what we're down to, like $4.25 million left, something like that. That seem right? Yeah, I needed about another 1,500 liters, I think, to get this field covered in lime. Let's go grab some. I thought about getting real decorative and putting some lights around the bridges, but like the bridge we just went over, I'd rather not, because sometimes I go over the bridge without folding up implements. And if I were to put lights down, well, that would prevent me from doing so. Yes, we need some lime here. I'll grab 5,000 liters just to make sure we got enough. Now we got to extend the stone wall that's there all the way up to the farmhouse. Looks like it snowed all over again with all the lime I got down. And these grass fields are all set to be fertilized. And it won't be until, I think, May before we cut the grass into it. But we do have a third grass field now on the other side. So I'm not too worried about maybe only getting 2 cuts in this field this year. We should have more than enough grass. Alright, since we got a little bit of daylight left, let's go park up the JCB and the Bredal spreader, which I'm done with. And you can go right there. And let me bring the JCB on over to the cow barn because I'll need it later on to give them their TMR. I did not bring the manure and slurry over this month, but that just means we'll get double the amount next month. There we go. Do I have a truck here? I do. I just want to make sure the cows got water. Oh yeah, I must have given them water at the end of last episode when I got done recording because they're at 43,000. They got enough. They got enough to get them through midnight, I would assume. Alright, so now I got to go over here. And now I got to find the walls that I was putting down. So I didn't plant any birch trees over here. Interesting. Although we do got tons of more saplings sitting in the workshop, so I can always rent the excavator and the tree planter again. Let's see here. Construction, decoration. So now I just got to find the same stone wall. Is it this one here? That looks the same. Yeah, that's got to be the same. Okay, stone wall's a little bit more expensive than I thought, but that's fine. Alright, let's rotate this way. Make a big enough space here so our planters and stuff like that can come on out. And then, of course, we got this little spot right here. Thought about going around that way, but I think we'll hold off on that. This area here I'll need to leave open because this is where I bring my bales and wrap them up at the end of the season. But I think we will do this, at least. How far am I going? I don't know. I think we'll go that far for now. Wow, I'm spending a whole bunch of money on stone walls. That's fine. Alright, let's come over to here, and now let's get this side taken care of. So, yeah, we left off right here. Alright, and then let me actually just do this. And I think that's as far we're going to go with that. Alright, let's go to landscaping. Painting. That is asphalt. I think I just want, not concrete, not dirt. What kind of gravel do I want? Let's go with that gravel right there. Or no, wait. What color gravel was I doing for the roads? Yeah, I think I was going with this gravel here. So let's extend this road up here a little bit like this. Actually, let's make the circle a little... Ooh, that's too big. And actually, where we come out the gate here, I need to make this a little bit wider. If I take some of the grass field away, that's fine. And since I am running the free landscaping mod, this is not costing me any money. Of course, in real life, this would be really expensive. Although we really don't travel up to the farmhouse often. We just, we don't even have a car that brings us back and forth or anything. All right, we'll spin around like this. Get that a little bit wider. And then we'll just kind of make like a driveway up to there. Now let's go to here. And kind of cheat on both sides of the fence like this. I don't want to take away... Yeah, that's what I want to do. Just like that. That's good. Let's get rid of that. And let's see. Do I want... Yeah, we'll leave that like that, I suppose. And then now we'll go to plants. I don't think we actually have, like, short grass like we had on East Vineland, which was very nice. So I think I might leave this kind of short around here, like the lawn's been mowed. Actually, I need to go back to... Sorry, I need to go back to painting. We're not done yet. Need to go ahead and... There we go. Now it's kind of like a mowed lawn around here. That little spot right there. And right up to the front step, which is good. Now let's see, where else do I need? I think putting gravel over to here, because we travel this road quite a bit. So let's go ahead and put gravel here. Probably should have got to this a little bit sooner. But the old saying, better late than never, right? There we go. And of course we'll go on up to these fields up here. As it's starting to get darker and darker as we go along. Well, that's what happens in the evening when the sun goes down. Make sure we get around our oak tree. And there's the warning on the animals because the cows, yep. But it didn't say that we lost any. But then again, we're only talking, I don't want to say we're only talking 2 cows. They're producing milk for us right now. And manure and slurry. There we go. Actually, let me go ahead and do it like this. And actually, I made asphalt from the factories all the way up to here on that road. And for now, we're just going to cover it like this. Probably wouldn't want gravel that close to the field. All right. So I've spent half my money so far, but that was all on the stone wall. This should be plenty wide enough to get our planter through and anything else that we need. The other gates were kind of small. I'm not going to put any gates here, of course. This is for big equipment to go on through. But now I think what we're going to do is just fast forward time a little bit and start figuring out where we need some lights around here. So let's speed up some time. And yes, it's very, very dark. Even I can hardly see anything right now. All right, let's slow down time here. So we don't have any lights over here at the silo, so that's going to be kind of key for us. Decoration, lights. Let's see here. What kind of lights do we want here? I mean, I could just put this in line. Kind of hides it a little bit doing that. But that lights up that well enough. And you know what? We're going to put similar looking ones on either side, maybe? And then we'll get to the stone walls here in just a moment. Over by the cow barn would be kind of nice when I'm feeding the animals at night. It's really, really dark over here. But I don't want extreme lights either, because the cows would like to sleep without lights being shined in their eyes, I'm sure. I don't think these are what I'm looking for. I mean, the tractors alone give off good light. The sheds here give off a little bit of light. It's just in between. Yeah, see, the cows kind of agree. I think this would be... No, which ones... This light is cheaper than the ones I put down... put down by the silo. But I tell you what, that does light up the area quite well. Alright, you know what? The heck with the cows. We're going to put down some good lights here. Alright, so now I can see the grain silo nicely. The manure, I don't really fiddle with that until morning hours usually, so don't need any lights there. Oh, this is much better. Usually I was going around with my flashlight trying to find out where everything was. A little dark right here, but that's... I think I can get away with that. That looks all good. I don't think I really need any lights in this shed. I think I keep turning on these lights, but I think when I restart the game, it may default back to being off. There are lights there. I forgot. Oh, it's right here. Is it R? Yeah, R for light. So, yeah, that... So it must be when I restart the game, it defaults to being in the off position, and they're not automatic lights where they come on at night. So that's kind of... I mean, that's fine. I'm not really doing work in here at night, but it would be nice to have the lights on just to keep your eye on your equipment. Not that I have anyone running around stealing stuff from me. Now let's go up to the farmhouse and we'll put some lights down up here. Just to decorate it some. It's good to see the pH value is good in this field. Alright, so the entryway is here. So I think we'll go like a little bit more fancy lights up here. Decoration lights. What do we got here? Do I really need lights that close to the house? Probably not. Should put them across from one another. I think we're just going to put it to where it gives us light. I mean, that's probably too many lights for a farmhouse, honestly. But we really don't do that much work at nights. We're not going to notice them too much, I don't think. There we go. And now we're into the home. Safe and secure. Yeah, I'm just not going to put any foliage on the ground here because it just looks like it's a lawn where I mowed the grass, so it won't be growing. We did leave the flowers around here like Omatana put originally on the map. Right, I don't think I need any more lights around the farm down here either. Maybe down by the workshop. And maybe where the gates are. Because it would be nice to know if if it's really late at night. As we know, the lights on the tractors don't shine too far. So maybe we'll put some lights down by the gate so I'm approaching them. I know roughly where I got to turn. Okay, and lights. Same ones maybe. Just to give me like a little bit of a heads up of where I got to turn. And then we'll go down to the other gate. So yeah, I spent about $80,000 on lights and fencing today. So that's not too bad, actually. Where's this other gate? There it is. Doesn't really need to light it up too much, just to give me, like I said, an idea of where I am when I'm coming up and down the road. Roughly where I got to turn into the gate areas. And the workshop, I mean, do I really need lights there? I'm not going to fix anything at night, I don't think. Yeah, now we can see where the silo is nicely. Yeah, I think the workshop is lit up enough. Although, is there lights in here? Aha, so that's a different key to turn on the lights here. So yeah, that lights up plenty up in there for me if I need to. But yeah, boy, that moon looks kind of weird in farming. Is that just on this map? I never noticed the moon to look that weird looking. But I don't think I really ever looked at it too much. So I didn't put any trees down in this area. So if we ever get to planting more trees, I'll have to put some down here. Maybe a little bit around here. But I think we got enough lights up now so I can see what I'm doing at night. Especially feeding the cows, because now I'm over here often enough in the dark, giving them some feed, which I got to do. And of course, I probably got to take care of the sheep as well. Give myself a reminder what I got to do. The chickens are looking fine. The cows, they got plenty of straw. Just got to give them some feed. And the sheep, yeah, they're out of moisture food, but their productivity is still at 100%. And their power food, they're almost out of that as well. So if I didn't give them moisture food and power food, I wonder if their productivity would stay at 100%. I may try that just to see how it goes. And that way, anyone that play, if you guys want to play with Maizeplus, you can figure out if you just got to give them protein and roughage, and they'll still be at 100%. And you won't have to give them grain grist and sugar beet. I know it's sugar beet, but is the other one grain grist? Yes, grain grist for the power food. But they seem to be doing just fine. So we got 2 cows here that are 60 years old. Hopefully they can stand the test of time, and we'll see how far they can get. It'll be interesting to see. But anyways, it's dark. I got to wait a little bit more time before I feed the animals. I'll tell you one thing we will do, though. in case I forget to do so, is we're going to pay off some more of this loan here. Let's pay off 70,000 so we get it down to 4.3. That'll leave me 17,000, I think I saw. And I think overnight before, I think we're paying what, 15,000? 16,533. So I should be able to be just over $0 when we wake up in the month of March. And then we got to buy a seed fertilizer and get to replanting. But we'll make some money at the BGA bringing the silage. I always say silage. The slurry and the manure on over. And of course, we'll check the stock market page to see what we can sell. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Hinterland. But until then, have a good one.